Welcome to the Karmic Mirror podcast, brought to you by Fifth Line Studios. In this space, we unravel the profound wisdom tucked within the folds of the self-help world and present it to you in a way that resonates with the heart of the collective.
Our mission is to seamlessly bridge the gap between esoteric knowledge and practical tools for everyday life. Whether you're a seasoned seeker or just beginning your path, join us and uncover the magic within and around you. Tune in and let the journey begin.
Hello, Karmic Mirror beloveds. Allie here. I have literally jumped out of my car, run into my home, put away my perishable groceries, and set up my mic to set up a brief but really impactful Karmic Mirror episode. Here is why I jumped out of my car. True generator in human design mentality. I was so lit up by something and got the ping to come to set up an opening for a personal voice note between Michelle and I that she has given permission to share. Here's how it went down. I walked into my best friend's house, and within 30 seconds, she looked at me and said something like, "Yo, what is going on with the energy lately?" I looked at her, I said, "Oh my gosh, the most. You have no idea. Michelle and I were just talking about it this morning because I am struggling." Here's my interpretation of what she said. I know we had a full moon in Capricorn, and I know another one's coming up, and here's kind of my I don't know. You know what? I'm going to message Michelle. She will definitely do it. Let me just send her a quick message and see if she would be willing to send another voice note highlighting what astrologically are going on right now. And sure enough, I know my girl Michelle, and it came at the perfect time. We started listening, and as we're listening together, it's just those silent kind of facial expressions to each other is like, see, oh my, yep, pretty much spot on. And midway through, I pressed pause because my best friend's daughter had come over, and so she was busy for just a little bit. So I hit pause so we could pick it back up when she came back. And partway through that first part, I'm thinking, oh gosh, this would be so cool for our Karmic Mirror audience. And I just kind of had that ping. It left my mind waiting for my best friend to come back in, and she walks in and she just says, "I'm so serious. You need to put that out on the podcast. People need to hear that." And so here we are, friends. I am recording an opening to what Michelle shared with us about what is going on astrologically, because what she shares and the examples and just the way in which she describes things is such a gift that she brings to the world, and it is so time relevant right now. So if you are feeling really high energies, if you are struggling, if you're curious what is going on right now, please listen to this voice note that Michelle has graciously allowed us to share to our community. Thanks so much. I hope that her words resonate with you just as much as they did with my best friend and I. Be blessed.
Hey, Auntie Allie. So cute. But also, like, low-key, why do I sound the same in my normal adult voice? So, anyways. Yeah, girl, so where do I start? I'll make it quick-ish. So, the 2 full moons in Capricorn kind of sandwich Cancer season. So we had the first one on June 21st, and the second is on July 1st. And we know that, full moons are this time of obviously like huge illumination from the moon, so things are coming to light. That's why we talk about releasing. And Also, that these moons run on cycles. So usually it's like a 6-month cycle of something that we're kind of unraveling or moving through or learning or growing, and insert all the words. But the first full moon was all about moving away from a habit or some sort of past habit that was all about self-soothing. So however we coped with things, whatever habits we had to self-soothe in the past that used to feel good, but they just don't support our current selves. And so we're in this like moment. And so if you think on this 6-month cycle of that first full moon on June 21st in Capricorn, like these things are just kind of, happening over the course of months. And so in what way or what area of our life are we still applying old self-soothing habits that don't support our current selves? What old beliefs, in wherever that is in your life. And, obviously if you look at where Capricorn is, it's where it's going to tend to show up, as you know. But also any planets that are around that, wherever Capricorn is in your chart. And so it's kind of like, what are the old ways that you had to deal with the world around you? What were you doing then? Or, what old ways did you need to help you process and just show up in the world and deal and cope with life? And getting clear on what those are, and maybe starting that process of letting go over the next few months. And then the second full moon in Capricorn on July 21st is all about reparenting yourself, speaking up for yourself, building new habits, new structures to really hold you. And he says it's also about home and relationships. So what new habits, what new structures, what ways are you reparenting yourself or using your voice, speaking up for yourself in your home life, in your relationships, in your life? And namely because we give so much energy to those things. So what does the exchange look like? Is it equally supportive for you in exchange, or are you just draining your energy? Because whatever energy is spent on these, things that don't support your current self, are just draining you, and you really can't be doing that anymore. And he says that the Capricorn energy is all about boundaries and limitations, which makes sense. So Capricorn, the mountain goat of like resilience and just like staying the course. Like, I think it makes a lot of sense that we're starting to see where in our lives did we need to move away from old self-soothing habits that don't support us now, and where are we like moving towards, and what's like the excess fat that needs to be trimmed from our lives and our relationships and in our space. Even when you talk about home life, it's like, what are the structures in your home that are going to support you so that your days can be a little bit lighter or smoother? At least that's how I always look at it. Like, what are the things that you can do, like a habit that you can build that might make your life just a little bit simpler? And sometimes it's like, I don't know, I'm thinking about it because it's today, but like when I meal plan and intentionally, like I look at what's in my pantry, what's in my fridge, and then I plan meals around that for the week. Then I go grocery shop for that. It seems so tedious, but it's so necessary, because then when I'm so fucking annoyed, like, ugh, seriously, I'm like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. I'm like, well, I'm cooking, so I need some inspiration. Like, I'm not Bobby Flay, like, so I don't get irritated because I've already thought it out. I've already planned it. And so I've just like thought ahead. And I don't know if this is relevant at all for you, but this whole week I've been having these little pings around like, thank you to my past self, like little moments where I'm like, oh my God, thank you to my past self for thinking of ahead and making that milk last night so that you didn't wake up annoyed this morning like, I gotta make milk. And, or it's come up so many random times where I'm like, thank you to past me who is looking out for me and doing the thing and, the new habit, the structure, and just, yeah. So hopefully that lands.
We hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as we did. If you resonated with what you heard today, join us in this vibrant community of seekers, dreamers, and creators. Find us on Instagram at Karmic Mirror Podcast and stay connected with us for additional content, updates, and more. We love hearing from our community and engaging in conversations.
You can catch all our episodes anywhere you listen to podcasts, and make sure to subscribe. And if you really love what you're hearing, we'd be so grateful if you would leave us a 5-star review or share with someone who might benefit from our content. Your feedback means the world to us.
As we bid you farewell, we encourage you to embrace the ever-unfolding story of your life. Life's too short for a one-size-fits-all approach. Remember, your path to flourishing is uniquely yours.
Until next time on the Karmic Mirror, stay true, stay curious, and always be kind to yourself.